Hello everyone! Welcome to the Artesprix craft room. My name is Ashley and we are live. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. For those of you who don't know, my name is Ashley and I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing at Artesprix. And if you don't know what Artesprix is or what we do, we make sublimation arts and craft supplies. And then if you're like, what is sublimation? So we've gone over who's this girl and what's this company. Now, what is sublimation? It's when something, and from a personalization standpoint, it's when something is drawn or designed on paper, and then we transfer it to an object with heat and pressure, and then it is permanently binded to that object because of what the object is made out of and because of our magic ink. So that's where the compatibility comes into play. You want to make sure that you have magic ink, whether that be our markers or our paints or our stamp pads. And then you want to make sure that you have an object that is designed for sublimation. So if it's a fabric, it's going to have a high polyester count. 100% is best, 60 is acceptable. And so we had to do a blank of the month tote bag to gear up for Halloween. Are you ready how much these are? This is the real news. These are only $5 a piece. They are linen. They are lovely material. A beautiful black handbag, right on theme for Halloween with the black handle. Excuse me. And so this is one of the pages. So look at that before and after. Amazing. I mean, look at that. I'm so pleased with how this turned out. $5, so you get two of them for 10. Definitely take advantage of this blank of the month this month because this is perfect for not only Halloween but the holidays. So definitely take advantage, and that's a sale price. So take advantage of them for $5 while they are available. So this is our blank of the month this month. So go check that out. There's a link on the home page, and so definitely take a look at that while you're on the website. And some other projects that we did. So you can use any tote bags. It doesn't have to be any tote bags made for sublimation. This is a really fun glitter tote bag. You can find these on Walmart.com through Blick. So definitely check out those glitter tote bags. I love these for Halloween because they're like shimmery, almost like a safety bonus, okay? And then what's so cool about this coloring book, if I don't say so myself, is some of them say Happy Halloween. So not only can they be used for trick-or-treat bags, but let's make some fun decor. So this is our pillow sham. I mean, are you kidding me? I'm obsessed. I think I'm going to take this home for my house. I'm absolutely in love. Think about this. You can get this month, there's a promo sale. Buy 3 blanks, get 1 free, select spooky blanks, and that includes this pillow sham. So think about it. You go and grab 3, you'll get the 4th free, grab a coloring book, okay? And you have a fun craft night for you and your friends, for your family, for your kids to all make their own trick-or-treat bag, or like a girls' night and everybody could make their own pillow. So many cute ideas. And wouldn't it be also really cute, like you go in the Michaels aisle and they've got like pink Halloween stuff. Like you could have done this with pastels if you're more of a pastel vibe and like less spooky vibes, like more of the cute pillow, or excuse me, more of the cute coloring design instead of the, like this one's more of a cutesy instead of spooky. This is our sequin pillowcase. These are our black sequin pillowcase. These come in 3 colors, and these are also included in the BOO-NUS blank sale. So you buy 3 of these and you get 1 free. So again, wouldn't this be fun for like a girls' night craft party? I am just obsessed with how this turned out. I mean, look how cute those ghosts are. Look at that light blue. Look at the difference in the blue in the before and after. Are we seeing this? It's amazing. And it's in there for life, and it's literally as easy as coloring. So I think that's all I wanted to show you. We also have a fun apron, and aprons are included too. So wouldn't it be cute if you're one of those If you're one of those neighborhoods that like you sit out the end of your driveway and like serve drinks. I don't know about you, but that's a Florida thing, right? Halloween is next level here in Florida. So like this would be super cute if you were hosting a Halloween party. That would be super cute. Oh, not to mention all the things that I'm wearing. Shirts, perfect for making your own Halloween costume. BOO-NUS blanks, buy 3 get 1 free. And then some other just fun ideas is these are our charms that we added to some black feather earrings. That's a reel on both YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. So if you want to see how these were done, go check out the reel. We did that. And then we also have some fun grosgrain ribbon that we did with our orange stamp pads and black stamp pad with a solid pumpkin stamp. So many things that you can be doing to get ready for Halloween. But today, what are we going to do today? We are going to show you, we're going to do a little experiment because we are chemist gone crafters here at Artesprix. So we love a good experiment. So what we have done is we have taken our Sublimation coloring book page and we have printed it, our coloring book design, and we've printed it 3 different ways. We've printed it on the Sublimation printer, which is like, so this is what you're going to get in the coloring book. And then we printed 2 that were from the regular printers, which is what most people have at home. So this is a regular ink, just from a regular printer, and copy paper. And what we did was on this one, we traced the black lines, and this one we did not trace the black lines. So we're gonna press all 3 into our pillowcase, which is also a BOO-NUS blank, because if you're old school, that's how you trick-or-treated. You trick-or-treated with a pillowcase. And so we're gonna be doing 3 pillowcases and we're gonna show you the results in real time. So I just wanna show you literally how easy it is. We're literally just coloring. So I'm just gonna finish this last one right here. And I love the way our markers glide on the paper. Everything's water-based, so everything's really smooth. You'll wanna make sure that your markers are tipped down before and during use, because that's how you like charge them up. For example, if you start coloring and you didn't put them tipped down, it might be a little lighter, and then you put them tipped down a little darker. So storage of the markers definitely can depend on how it comes out, so how the color comes out. So keep that in mind. So here we go, 3 different ones. So again, plain copy paper. Who's ready for a good experiment? Haley is my assistant. She's behind the computer in the chat. So drop your questions. Let me know what's going on. Haley, do we have any questions yet? Is there anything I need to know before I keep going?
We have a question from Terry asking if it's sublimation or screen print.
It's all sublimation. It's all sublimation. So with screen print, what the difference between screen print and sublimation is, screen print is just a layer that's going on top of the fabric. It's like a paint material, so you're literally just adding a layer, whereas sublimation is going to go into that fabric. Now with screen print, you have the ability to use cotton and other materials, whereas with sublimation, you really have to stick to polyester, or else you don't get that lifetime permanent ability. But what's really cool about sublimation, unlike screen print, it'll never fade, crack, or peel. Never, ever, ever. It is lifetime. It has bonded with the object, so it becomes one with the object. The ink does. So great question. All right, tell me in the comments, which one are we doing first? Are we just going to do I think we should do the regular one first, and then tell me, do you want to see the one that's traced second or the one that's not traced second? Tell me in the comments. We're going to do the sublimation, the full sublimation design first. Do we have any other questions? Not at the moment. Okay, drop your questions in the comments. We are here to answer your questions. I'll take that. I'm doing a good job of explaining. Okay. All right. So when you are sublimating a pillowcase for Halloween, you know, this is the opening. So this is the top. Okay. And then you don't want to do it all the way at the bottom, because like this is like where the sack of candy is. Now we don't want to do it at the center. So maybe like, you know, 2/3 of the way down is where we want to do it. Now, what you also want to do is you want to tear your paper. This is a pro tip. Pro tip. You want to tear your paper, so then that way you get a, oh, you know what? We forgot to color a little handle here. Whoop, whoop, little purple handle. 2 seconds. You just want to tear the paper, and then that helps prevent against press lines. So that is a little hack, not necessary, but definitely good practice.
Tracy said she'd like to see the one not traced.
Okay, not traced next. Perfect. Okay, perfect. So this is the not traced one, and we'll save the one that's traced for last. Because, you know, Tracy, great point, because that's like the least amount of effort, right? You don't have to trace the black line. So let's do that one second. And this would be like, you know, very little effort. The first one, you just got to buy the coloring book. But the second one is like download, color, and get on with your day of creating. So let me finish just tearing this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we are done. There we have it. And so now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this right. It's just nice and even. Okay. And we're just going to put this, like I said, about 2/3 of the way down. Then we're going to use our heat resistant tape. This is tape that is designed for high heat. It will not melt. It'll keep your project in place, because what's happening is the design on the paper is a solid, okay? And then when we heat it up with heat and pressure, the solid is going to turn into a gaseous color. And we want that gaseous color to go right where we want it. Like, we want that star to go right there. And so that's why I've got to use heat tape. Otherwise, when I open and close my clamshell heat press, it could shift and it could create a double image, or what we call a ghost image. Okay, so that's a ghost image is a term that we use, a sublimation term that we use all year round. It's not just for Halloween. And that just means you're going to get like a little bit, it's going to be a little blurry, like kind of like a ghost. Okay. All right. So that is taped. It is done. Now we need to make our sublimation sandwich. This is going to be kind of like a Big Mac. Okay. So what we need is we need to protect the other side of our white pillowcase. We don't know what is on here. We want to make sure that we keep that other side nice and white in case we want to personalize it. So I'm going to put a piece of protective paper down first. This is protective paper. It's not parchment paper. It's not butcher paper. It is siliconized paper. It is what the professionals use. I love to use the example wide format printing, big pieces of art on the wall at the airport as you're on your way to baggage claim. Those people don't use parchment paper. Those people don't use butcher paper. They use siliconized paper. So why should they be the only ones that get the professional tools? You do too. We had it wound into small rolls. So grab your roll of siliconized paper, and if there's no ink on it, you can reuse it. So I've already used these. Look, this has a hole in it. Okay, but I'm not really that worried about it. But I'm just saying you can reuse it if there's no ink on it. So I've already used these a few times. So we've got our bottom bun. Now, Big Mac style, we're going to put one in between, because I love these pillowcases, but they're not that thick. So this would definitely go through to the other side. So we're going to put a bun in between. And you got to make sure everything's flat, okay? And just do like this. And just make sure I can feel it. I can feel it above. Yes. And make sure it's all underneath. Flat, flat, flat. Flat, 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 because we don't want there to be any wrinkles. Like, we don't want to press any wrinkles on the other side. Yes, and then just carefully, I'm going to take it over here, and we're just going to carefully place it in the press. Now, this is a 9x12 press, so it is great for these 8.5x11 designs. If your press is smaller, you're just going to have to use a tile technique and press more than once. So now we need our top bun to our Big Mac, because that ink is very powerful and that copy paper is very thin. And as cute as my pumpkin and spider are, I don't want them on my heat press. Okay, so we're just going to put it like that to protect it. And this is already set for 400 degrees for 60 seconds. And so while we're waiting on those, I'm going to go ahead and tear my other two designs. Any other questions at the moment?
Give me 1 second. No.
Okay, great. Awesome. So just to recap, BOO-NUS blanks this month only. Buy 3, get 1 free for your all your Halloween decor, crafting, spooky parties, all sorts of good stuff in there. So go check it out. We also have our blank of the month tote bag, 2 of them for $10, which means they are $5 each. Okay, so this is the not traced one, and now we're going to do this one next. And then also we have been working on some fun things for the blogs. Okay,
We also have a question
Oh, sure.
about tape. Someone is asking about if we have larger rolls of tape.
We don't, but maybe we should. And I have looked into that. So, you know, if a lot of people are buying more than one, then maybe that's something we'll look into. Yes, I love that. I love that. And I love that you love it because it is USA made and it is very high quality. So we are very, very proud of our heat tape. Okay, you guys, look, this is why we use the top bun. You can totally see it through this, but I just want to finish what I was saying about the blogs real quick. We're working on our blogs and doing more seasonal stuff so you can find stuff. So now you can search, there's a tag that says Halloween projects and you just click Halloween projects and they're all right there. Now, of course, I've hand selected some favorites. They're on the homepage. So if you're like, Ashley's favorite Halloween projects, check out the homepage. But if you're looking for more, you can literally click Halloween projects and there's so many. Okay, so as I said, good thing we use protective paper. Otherwise, this whole design would be on my heat plan. Okay, so this cannot be reused. Could you reuse the top or the bottom for like a bookmark or a charm? 100%. You totally could. You totally could. Now let's do the reveal. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this thing called a peak test. We're just going to lift up one part of the design and make sure we got a good transfer, because if we didn't, we can check our time, temperature, pressure, make sure our Big Mac wasn't upside down and do it again. But you can't do that if you remove all the tape. It's impossible to get back in the same spot. So, you know what? This looks like it didn't have enough pressure. Or did we? Okay, you know what's so funny is I think we labeled them the wrong thing, but that's okay. So you know what? This doesn't look like the black lines transferred. So I actually think I might have mislabeled these. So I'm gonna actually leave this like this, because if this is the sublimation transfer, I want to do it again, and I can't do that if I lift it up. So we're just going to put this to the side, and we're going to do this one that is not traced, because I think this is the sublimation one. So you guys, this is what the live is all about. You get to see things happen in real time. And what's also really cool about that is you can, let us make the mistakes. Let us see what's going on. I've got plenty of pillowcases to try things out, and so we are happy to do this and go live. And we're going to be doing more lives. So if there's something you want to see, tell us in the comments. Tell us in the comments. Okay. So again, already tore my paper using that heat tape because look, that was a perfect example. I want everything to stay in place, because what if I need to press again? What if something moves out of place that I didn't use enough tape? I'd rather use tape. And also, if there's tape is very high tack, it's forgiving. You could use it more than once, if you wanted to. I just want to throw that out there. All right, so we're gonna make our Big Mac sandwich again. Normally, I would reuse what's in that first pillowcase, but just in case I need to repress it, I'm just gonna leave that there. We have a stash of protective paper that can be reused. So no harm, no foul. We'll just keep it for the next project. So bottom bun, then we gotta do the Big Mac bun in between. How am I doing on time, Haley? My goal was to keep this live to 30 minutes.
It is 11:21.
Okay, all right. I think I can still do it. So everybody bear with me here. All right, so Big Mac bun is in. Bottom bun is in. Let me just make sure it's actually under the, I think I need to move it to my left or my right or left a little bit. Okay. Flat, flat, flat. Flat, flat, flat. Flat, flat, flat. Now, just in case it was a pressure issue, I am going to increase the pressure just a little bit. Just in case. Okay. All right. Same thing as last time, except a little bit more pressure this time. And then we need that top bun. This is not aluminum foil, as I mentioned. This is a Reynolds wrap container, though. So save your Reynolds wrap containers because they're perfect for our protective paper. All right, here we go. Pressing that again. Now we just need to tear this one, and we are good to rock and roll. See, that's the only thing about doing experiments like this. All these color pages look the same because they literally just came from a thing. And you know what else is, we marked it with pencil because pencil doesn't transfer, but then I'm tearing it off, so that doesn't really help us keep track, but that's okay. That's all right. Pencil does not transfer, so if you're doing a group crafting event or something like that, have everybody write their name in pencil on their design and you won't see it, no problem. Some other great supplies that we have that are great for the holidays is we also have the Sublimation coloring books in alphabets. So if you wanted to like do a ransom note style, Happy Halloween, we also have a fall coloring book. It's got a lot of pumpkins, you know, like more Thanksgiving stuff. It does have some Halloween stuff, but also has some fall stuff too. You know, harvest. You can call it harvest and Halloween. Okay, guys. So again, there's that design. Good thing we used our protector paper. Okay, peak test. So this is what we thought was the regular print, but this is the sublimation print. Now I can tell, right? It's okay. That's what this is all about. That's what the live is all about. Peak test. It looks great. Let's reveal it. So again, just to recap, this is the Sublimation page coloring book. And it looks amazing. It looks so good. Very common question is, can you press this again? You can. It will just not be as bright as the first time. Oh, are we loving this, you guys? Look how cute. Okay, now that we know what we're doing over here, let me reveal the first one. Let me get this Big Mac bun out of here. I can reuse that. Okay, this looks so good. We're going to put this right here. Haley, can they see that if I leave that right there? No, yes,
it's
no.
lagging, sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. Okay.
Okay, yes, YouTube can.
Okay. All right, let's reveal this one. This is the no trace, straight out of your printer, just adding the Sublimation coloring book. So you can see it still works, but those black lines just don't transfer. And it's funny, you can see, let me just get my Big Mac bun out of here so it stops crinkling and crankling. And these all don't have ink on them, so we're gonna use them again. You can see that the spider legs, so, you know, in hindsight, maybe we should have just at least drawn the spider legs, because the spider legs, it did transfer. And this is really good, a good example, because we don't know how everybody's inks in the world are going to react with heat and pressure, and so sometimes it might actually go somewhere. Like I can feel this, where like as I can't feel this in the fabric, this I can feel a little bit. So my best bet, or my best guess I should say, is that if I was to throw this in the washing machine, this guy's little legs would disappear. But I mean, certainly gets the job done. I mean, I think that would be great for kids and stuff. They won't know the difference. So definitely an option to, you know, not trace, just go ahead and color. So now we're going to do our third one. Okay, so this is tracing over those black lines that don't transfer. Okay, so this was done on a regular printer, and this is our last transfer of the live. So does anybody have any questions or anything like that?
Nothing as of yet.
Okay, so one thing I do want to show you guys, we had a little marker hiccup because c'est la vie, it's his life. So we just put a little piece of heat tape over it because it's heat resistant tape. So it's gonna resist the transfer, so you're not gonna see that little orange mark. Okay. Yes.
Terry did mention something about having like dog collars because she has an Etsy store that's more dog oriented.
Okay, we do have dog bandanas, which I like because you have more like area to create. Like it's not that, you know, thin line. But dog collars, you're right. People love their pets. People love personalizing things for their pets, so we could definitely look into getting some dog collars. And also, we through the next like 3 months and definitely into January, our blanks are getting a whole new like revamp. You're going to see a lot of new blanks coming in. You might see some blanks go away, so if there's some that you like and you might want to grab them for the holiday season, go ahead and do that, because we're just kind of having a reset on blanks. Okay, bottom bun for your Big Mac. Okay, then we have the bun in the middle. Okay, nice and flat. So again, just going back to our little on-air slip up, I didn't really need to increase the pressure, but it certainly doesn't hurt because pressure is a part of the process. You have to have pressure in order to make sublimation work. Like somebody asked, can I use a heat gun? No, because it doesn't add enough pressure, and also your heat gun doesn't get hot enough. All right, so again, everything's flat. My design is on top, face down. Then we have our top bun. So again, this is the regular printed design traced with a black marker and then colored in. So we're just gonna show you again. So this definitely gets the job done. Just printing off a regular coloring sheet and coloring it in. But of course, you can see the difference in the one that came from the printer. You know, those black lines are very consistent, that sort of thing. So you can definitely tell, you know, better tool, better result, but you can certainly have a lot of fun without, with just a regular digital download. And what's great about the digital downloads is everything's mirrored. You don't have to worry about that. All the text is mirrored for you. So it says, you know, like here we go. Let me show you a few of them while we're waiting. So here's the one that was on the pillow, the spooky witch. This one's really cute. I love the black cat. And then this is the one we're doing right now. So everything is mirrored for you, ready to go, super easy to use. All right, 7 seconds. Any other questions? No? This has been great. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're on Facebook, please join our Facebook group. We wanna get social with you. We wanna see your projects. Most importantly, we wanna see what you're making with Artesprix. So join our Facebook group, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already, and you're going to be seeing a lot more of me, whether it be on Reels, doing silly things and things like that. So make sure you're connected with us. Okay, Big Mac out, and of course, good. We didn't really need it, but it's all better to have it and reuse it than to not use it and say, whoops, wish I would have used that. So this is our regular printout traced with the black marker. Okay, there we go, guys. So you can tell it's not as clean. It's not as clean as the one with this, but does it look better than this one? You know, I would say so. Like, I think I would prefer this over this, but you know, it just goes to show you like good, better, best. Lots of options, lots of ways to get creative. Check out our BOO-NUS blank sale. It's this month only. So technically, next month, we have a whole month until Halloween, but next month will be a different sale. So don't wait. Jump on it because this buy 3, get the 4th free is for this month only. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're connected with us on all the channels because we love getting social with you and we can't wait to see what you make with Artesprix. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend and see you next time in the studio. Bye.